Right, I'm in Earl Shilton in Leicestershire with Tim, and we are standing outside his 9-bed conversion. His 9 bedrooms, this one, isn't it?
It is.
Very hard to keep track on how many bedrooms Tim has got all over the place. So, what am I looking at here? What did you buy it for? What have you done to it?
Okay, we bought it for 260. It was on sale for 280. We got it for 260. We've spent probably around another 170,000 on it, and that's about it, I think. Originally we were going to do 11 beds, but they were getting too tight. There's a communal area in it. The council wanted us to have a communal area, so we knocked it down to 9. The numbers work on 9.
Brilliant. So we've got 9 bedrooms in there. It's a reasonable amount to spend, but this was a business centre before then, wasn't it? A commercial building.
That's right.
And so then how did that affect your stamp duty?
Stamp duty was 5%, I forget, I think. It was nominal. I think a few £1,000s.
Yeah, it's quite low at this threshold. You probably just tipped over it.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Yeah. But the biggest problem was my main contractor couldn't do it. So I had to project manage it. So I lost the 5% VAT for a commercial conversion, which has probably cost me about an extra £15,000.
There's always little surprises. we had this at the other place. So your challenge on this one was when the place actually completed and was ready to go, your contractor that you were going to use couldn't do the job, so you've managed it yourself, which meant, and this is for, I guess, people that don't know how that works, if you're using a contractor and they're supplying materials and the work, delivering the work, then on a commercial conversion like this, it'll be a 5% VAT as opposed to 20%. Unfortunately, because we lost the contractor, we lost the ability to claim and pay 5%. So there we go. Should we take a look inside?
Yes, let's go.
Right, so we're in one of the many rooms. This one is is designed for disabled access, and you've got 2 of these, I believe, in the property. What made you include a couple of disabled rooms?
We were in talks with a lot of disabled groups. We do serviced accommodation, and we were seeing how it affects them. And their main thing was that they don't get, even hotels, maybe I shouldn't mention it, but like Marriott, say they've got accessible rooms for disabled people, and they find that they're not really there. So we worked with them on the sizing of this, and we thought we'd try 2 over there. My wife really wants to give back in whatever we do. And she insisted we had something over there for them. We've lost a lot of room because these rooms have to be bigger. Of course. But in the long run, they'll pay that back themselves.
Absolutely. And you've already got some interest in the rooms that you've got here, right?
Yeah. I've got a terrific agent, and she's been marketing it since February. She's got the NHS interested in, so that they can empty their beds, put patients back out into the community while their houses are being made ready for them. And for them it's ideal. They're talking about taking it both rooms for 6 months.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Excellent. And should we take a little look upstairs as well? In fact, before we do, I'm drawn to the infrared heating. Can you give me... what was the idea behind installing that?
Really, it was trying to future-proof the place. So we had the gas cut off, and the cheapest option on the market for heating at the moment is infrared. And there's various types. You can get mesh that goes into the ceiling and gets plastered over. I just thought it's a new technology. If something goes wrong, I want something that we can unplug and just change. And that's just how these are. These are just plug and play, basically. If it goes wrong, you just unplug it and you do it. And the thermostat system for it is really good as well. We can access it from our phones, so we can keep control of it. One of the things we've found in serviced accommodation is people whack up the heating. They go out to work all day, and it's being heated up over there. We can control it. We can give them access to it up a couple of degrees, down a couple of degrees, like that. Whether that's a good thing or not for people that are living over here, it just makes economic sense.
Well, it gives a bit of control so that things can't be misused or forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, somebody who puts the heating on, leaves the window open, goes out for the day.
That's right.
Then you're not lumbered paying more than is needed.
Yeah.
So that makes perfect sense. Excellent. So a quick look around. Is
Yeah,
that right?
please.
So we had a little chat about the numbers, the purchase price, the refurb. How much of your own cash have you put into this?
Probably at the moment none, because I've not had the final bill from the builder. But I suspect it'll be around £40,000.
Okay. So about 40,000 of your own cash. So where did the rest of the cash come from?
A private investor. I ran my numbers when I looked at this property. We first looked at it January last year, but we didn't put an offer in till around April. But January time, I ran my numbers, asked my broker, who I'd known for 20 odd years, to have a look at it. And he said, leave it with me. I'll go and talk to some people and come back with an answer. He does property, so I knew he'd be interested. He saw me on Monday, caught the train on Friday to London, and rang me from the train saying, "Can I give you £260,000?" And I was gobsmacked. I'd known him 20 odd years. I said, "Yeah." And on the train back Sunday night, he said, "Can I give you the refurbish? Only £140,000." And I said, "We've got to meet up. I want to know where you got this money from." And I know he'd been in property, but he'd been selling his property. I mean, he's similar age to me, looking to retire. He'd got a bunch of money sitting in the bank, which he was happy to give over to me.
It's a nice win-win as well, because if you've got it sitting in the bank, you can actually give them obviously a better return.
A much better return.
I was going to say, that's my next question. What return did you offer?
12%.
Okay, great. So like a 1% a month.
1% a month, yeah. £150 a day it's costing me.
Try not to think about it too much. That's what I always say. But it's great, right? So it allows you to do this deal without putting initial funds down and minimal funds ultimately. Yeah. And it allows your investor to get a much better return than they would be getting in the bank. So that really is a win-win. And when you refinance then, so you're expecting to leave a little bit of money in this deal as well, so pay the investor back, and how much roughly would you be leaving in this?
I think it'll be the £40,000 that'll be left in. It depends on the valuation, what the valuation comes in at. If it comes in at 600,000, I'm going to leave 40,000. If it comes in at 800,000, I get all my money back and some extra.
And a bit extra, a bit of spending money to go shopping. And and what do you think revenue-wise we're going to generate here?
Well, the interest we've had on the disabled rooms already is £1,800 a month. So we've had another interest in another room, that's £50 a month.
£50 a night?
Sorry, £50 a night. £50 a night, £1,500 a month. Over there. We're thinking, again, I'm being really conservative, the same as the other house. I'm looking at first year hitting around 100,000. The second and third year around 140,000.
Incredible. Well, once again, well done. It's brilliant work, absolutely brilliant. So about 100,000 conservatively in the first year, and 140,000 is the plan thereon, and a couple of rooms where you're able to give back and support as well. So incredible project. And you brought this back. How long did you say it was empty for?
I thought it was empty for about 4 years, but talking to the neighbours, talking to the locals, they say on and off it's been empty for about 15 years. They're so happy that it's come back into use, and we invite them in to have a look at what we do. The neighbour next door, he just can't believe what we've turned it into.
That's amazing. It's 15 years this has been vacant as well. The neighbours love it. Another incredible project. When do you sleep? You keep it busy. You keep it very busy.
I do. Yeah.
Thanks for. Sorry, go on. You were gonna...
Yeah. A lot of people say Leicester's quite congested with serviced accommodation, and people actually laugh when I tell them it's in Earl Shilton, which is a village outside of Leicester. Leicester's about 7 miles from here. There's 1,500 houses just been approved on the edge, within walking distance over here. That's going to be a 10-year project. There's 150 houses already started on the left-hand side as you come in. So it's just something for your viewers, is that there's a reason for doing it, you know.
Yeah, you're following the demand.
Yeah.
So you've got a massive building project that's going to be going on for a construction project for the next 10 years. You've got one that's already started, and you've also got some large organisations in the area.
That's
as well.
right.
So there's a demand, and that is actually a really important part. You don't just stick something like this anywhere and hope, but you make sure that you've done your due diligence, that you've checked your demand, that you know that once you've got a place, you can actually fill the place, and that's what Tim's done incredibly well. So great job, and thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.